Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome along. This is our 4 p.m. snack on Sunday the 17th of May. Yeah, Sunday the 17th of May. 4 p.m. in the afternoon. If this is the snack you're looking for, then great, stay with us. If not, if you're playing catch up, then scoot your way back through the playlist on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. Find the one you're looking for, and then I'll catch you later on when you come on board and catch up with us all. Good afternoon, Bob. Wishing the day away backwards there, that's not good. Good afternoon, Bob. Say hello, everybody. Let us know what you're up to. Hope you've been crowbarring in those extra activities during the day. This is our sway and stretch section, so a bit of a calming end to the day. We bring things down a little bit. Good afternoon, Bob. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know what you've been up to, where you've been crowbarring those extra activities in today, whether it's been baking or gardening or out for a walk. Hello. Hi, Apostolis. Welcome. Hello to Greece. Hi, George. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Good to have you on board. Let us know what you've been up to. Let us know how you're doing. I'm for a slightly different hairstyle today. Look, brushed it across. Can't do a thing with it. Need to get to the hairdressers. Hi, Dee. Welcome. All the way from Calgary. Good morning to you, I should say then, Dee, shouldn't I? Earlier on. Hope you're going to have a good day. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, Christine from Llanelli. Lots of waves, lots of Welsh flags, a couple of rainbows. Hi, Maddie. Welcome on board. Good to have you with us. This is our 4 p.m. snack. So if this is the one you're looking for, stay with us. If not, go back through the playlist, find the one you want, and we'll see you on the catch up a little bit later on. Our sway and stretch, a nice calming relax to the day. Let me know how you've been getting on with your crowbarring today as well. What you've been crowbarring in for me. Good afternoon, Christine. Good to have you on board. From Dufferin. I think I've said that right. Hi, Dawn. You've been brushing floors and hoovering and changing beds, so really need those stretches. A bit of a calming sway. Done the beds. Did the garden yesterday. Had a bit of an emergency with the carpet last night, so I had to get the carpet cleaner out last night. But all good. Hi, Di. Diana Ross is with us from Somerset. Jane is with us. Good afternoon. Hi, Francis. Welcome on board from Bristol. Good to have you with us. Hi, Margaret from Chesterfield. Good to know you're ready to go. And Vivian. Good afternoon. Good to have you with us. Oh, lawnmower's going outside. Look, someone's mowing the lawn outside. I did mine yesterday, so it can't be me. Well, it can't be me because I'm here. Can't be the wife. How's everybody doing? What have you been doing as far as those crowbarrings have been concerned today? What have you been crowbarring in? Remember, we can, our sway, we can crowbar into our everyday life as well. Everyday activities. We can crowbar in a lot of the movements that we do into everything we do on a day-to-day basis, and hopefully that's going well for you. Right, we're coming up to 4 o'clock, so let's wait and see if we get a few more people on board. Let me know if you're struggling to hear with that lawnmower going in the background. I'll shut a window. Well, you know, it is a bit of a superpower, Dawn, but don't spread it around. Hi, Gillian. Good afternoon to you. George, you've been shopping, reaching, stretching, on tiptoe, swaying. Lost count of the crowbars. That's good to know. Inoka, welcome on board. Good afternoon to you. Good to have you with us. Wendy from Shrewsbury is in. Good afternoon, Gillian. Good to have you on board as well. Good, thanks. That's good to know, Dawn. I'll leave the window as it is at the moment then. Sit, stand and leg stretching for yourself, Maddie. That's good. And Christine, hi from Penzance. Good to have you on board with us from Penzance, Christine. Lovely part of the world. Hi Adil, good afternoon from Cambridge. Kathy is with us. Good afternoon, Kathy. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to shut that window just for when I stand away. So bear with me a second. There we go. Lawnmower has gone. Right, let's get ourselves started then. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. This is good afternoon, everybody. My name's Dave Montgomery. This is myself from Later Life, and this is our 4 p.m. movement snack, our third movement snack of the day. And that will go to giving us 30 minutes of additional movements on top of everything we're already doing in our daily life. Now, these movements that we do, remember, they can be in a standing position, standing supported, or they can be in a seated active position. So let's get ourselves started. We're going to do a little bit of a pulse raiser, a little bit of a circulation booster firstly, just to get ourselves moving. And then we're going to do some swaying and then follow that on with some stretching. Okay, so choose whether you want to be in a standing or a seated position. If we're in our standing position, we can stand with our heels in line with our hips. We're lifting our shoulders up, back and down. So we lengthen from this part of our body, lengthening from our hips. Our shoulders ease up, back and down, squeezing those shoulder blades together slightly. We're opening that rib cage, opening up the chest, allowing us to breathe deeper breaths. In our seated position, quick posture check. Sat in our front third of the chair. So if we find ourselves back here, let's just have a little bottom walk to the front, a little hip walk. Sit in the front third of your chair. Your feet are flat on the floor, knees in line with heels and heels in line with knees. Lift from your hips again to stand tall. Lift the shoulders up, back and down, and just bring those in there. Have our chin parallel, so we're looking nice and straight, and our head is slightly back. So just let the chin come back slightly, so we've got a nice straight line down through our neck. Let's start with a little bit of movement into our legs. So we're just going to start with a little bit of a pedal. Pushing up onto the ball of the foot, we've got our external support. Now, I can either come with both hands if I need it, or one hand. Keep going with that if you're in standing. In seated, exactly the same. In our front third of the chair, we're just lifting the toes up onto the toes, onto the ball of the foot, lifting those heels. And then just stop there. Let's put a little arm movement in. So one arm at a time with our support there, and sideways on for you. Nice 90 degrees at the elbow, and I'm driving the shoulder backwards. So we're mobilizing into that shoulder. Now, if you feel comfortable with it, you can put both arms in, either one going forward and back. If you want to stay with one arm, then please feel free to do so. Just every now and again, change arms. In our seated position, exactly the same. Driving away from those shoulders, mobilizing into those shoulders. So working into the back of our arm. And let's just take a pause and put both together. So starting with our legs, that heel dig. If we want to work a little bit harder, let's bring the foot off the floor. Point the toes towards the floor. Think about ankle, feet and toes. So ball of the foot down first and rolling through to the heels. You can have yourself against your support if you need it, or hold on. And then let's introduce our arms. Carry on with that if you're standing. In seated, exactly the same. We can bring the march in and we can bring the arms in. If you want to, you can make this a little bit of a row in a seated position, and you can bring this back down to those heel raises. And let's stop there. Pause, everybody. Let's move on to our sway. Now we should feel as though we want to take a bit of a deep breath. So we shouldn't feel as though we've worked too hard. We shouldn't feel out of breath. Just we want to take a nice big, deep breath. Moving on to our sway. So we're going to take our feet so they're diagonally staggered. So one foot is in front of the other. So we've got a bit of a diagonal shape across. In our seated position, exactly the same. We're going to take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Now, just watch the options to start off with. So here we have our external support. If you want to lean against something for that external support, feel free. Whether it's against a wall or against a steady, stable object. Other option for you if you want it, you can take your feet so they're hips width apart. This is what we're looking for, a transfer of weight. Three-dimensional here, coming forward or back, or from side to side. So let's start with our feet. Feet in the forward position and shift that weight forward and back with our external support there for us to use. Keep going with that in standing. In seated, we're here and what we're doing is shifting the weight from one buttock to the other. So our buttocks are staying in contact with the chair the whole time and we're just shifting the weight through the sitting bones. Now again, you can stagger your feet or you can bring them so they're knees width apart and just shift your weight from side to side. But it's just a shift of that weight. So we're not lifting the buttock off the chair. We stay in contact with it, we just change the weight from one sitting bone to the other. And take a pause. Our arms, what we're going to do with our arms, let me show you sideways on. Just bring them to here and back. And they're just coming level with the side of the body. Okay, so I'm not pushing them back behind the line of the side of my body. If you have a support to lean on, that will help you identify where that is. And again, if you're using a wall, then here, we've got that position there, and it will stop us from taking our hands too far back. So it's just this position here, staying below our shoulder height and bringing the arm back in. Keep going with that if you're in standing. In seating, if you prefer to be in a seated position, remember our posture the whole time. Again, we're lifting and we're lowering and we're just coming down to level with the chair. So we're not going back past the mid-side of our body. So in line with the side of our body the whole time. And our wrists are going to work as well. So as we come up and down. So wrists fingers pointed towards the floor as you come down, and as you come back down in towards you, the fingers go up. So we've got movement in our wrist as well. Let's take a pause. Put the two together. So our stand, we'll start with the feet, shifting the weight forward and backwards. So again, we're just shifting the weight from one foot to the other. The feet are in contact with the floor the whole time. If we're in sitting position, the bottom is in contact with the chair the whole time. It's just a shift of weight through from one leg to the other, through from one sitting bone to the other. And let's add those arms in. So as we come forward, we're going to bring the arms up, and as we come back, we bring them down. Now think about how this feels. It's a nice, smooth, relaxed motion, and you make it as small or as slow as you want it to be. Work within your range. Work with where you feel comfortable. And think about this weight transfer that we're doing. We do this in everything we do in our everyday life. So when we're walking, we transfer our weight from one foot to the other. And think about how you can crowbar this in to your everyday activities. So if you're in the kitchen doing a bit of baking, doing a bit of cooking, you can be doing this little shift of weight forward or back. You may want to go for that side stand where your feet are in line but apart hips width, so you can just shift the weight from side to side. Keep going with that. If I'm in my side to side position, then I'm here. So again, I'm coming up and I'm coming down, and I'm staying within my base of support. So I'm not taking the sway any further than where my feet are. And let's pause it there and do some stretches. We're going to work into our chest. So first thing I want you to do is take the hands around and into the small of the back and just bring the shoulders back. Draw the shoulders back, open that chest and feel a nice lengthening through the chest muscle here. In your seated position, we're in the front third of the chair, we're sitting nice and tall again. We're just going to reach our hands to the back of the chair or into our small of our back again and just ease into that, opening that chest. Holding it there. Feel that stretch and release on out. We're going to come into our calf in a standing position. I want you to find a position to support yourself on, so wall or a steady object. Take one foot back, put the ball of the foot down, and then bring the heel down to the floor as well. Your front foot, the foot is flat on the floor, and all we're going to do is bend the front knee to lean forward, keeping that heel down at the back. And that gives us our stretch into our calf. Keep going with that if you're in standing. In seated, foot down, heel down, toes up, sit tall and just bring the toes in towards the shin. Now we're going to hold this for 12 to 20 seconds. Feel the lengthening of that muscle into the back of your leg. And change legs for me. So the other leg, we're going to step back, bend the front knee to lean into it, get the toes to point in the same direction. A nice straight line down through our back. So we're not hinging from our hip, we're just coming in a nice straight line to feel that into our calf. Again, holding it for 12 to 20 seconds. Just feeling that lengthening. Can you feel the muscle lengthening again into your calf? Come on in. Have a little march just to loosen off. And let's go into our back of our thigh. So in our standing position, let me show you firstly. You're going to step forward. We've got something to hold on to in front of us. And what I'm going to do is stand tall, from my hips, lean forward and just push my bottom out, supporting myself. So I've got my external support here and I'm pushing that bottom away, feeling that stretch here, that lengthening of the muscle into the back of our thigh. In a seated position, we're going to take the foot back out again in our front third of the chair, heel down, toes up but relaxed, hands onto the bent knee, sit tall, so lift again from that hip and just gently hinge forward. So it's that hip hinge this time into that, and we should feel that lengthening through here. So choose whether you want to do that in standing or seating. Bring yourself in and lengthen through that muscle at the back of the thigh. Holding it there, breathing normally so we don't hold our breath while we stretch. We breathe nice and normally. Coming out of that, changing into our other leg. Again, heel down, toes up, but relaxed. Or in our standing position, foot forward, back leg, sitting tall, and just hip hinging in, pushing the bottom away, feeling the stretch. So we feel the lengthening. We don't want to feel any heat or any pain in that muscle. If we do, we can ease out of it. If it starts to feel a little more relaxed, you can go a little bit further, but listen to the muscle, listen to your body, see how it feels. And ease on up. Well done. That's our 10 minutes of movement, our 10 minutes of additional movement for the day. Our sway and our stretch. Think about how you can crowbar those movements in. So keep movement on your radar going forward into tomorrow and keep it on the radar all the time. Everything that we do during these 10-minute slots during the day, there are movements that you can put into your everyday life. Keep adding those additional minutes of movement onto your day, and I'll see you really soon.